Hi everyone, so today I'm back with a new backdrop because I managed to get some sort of semblance of a white backdrop. I typically do have a white wall, it's just that the spatial constraints in my room doesn't allow me to film on that wall. So that being said, I am looking really haggard because I'm just gonna be real with you guys. I am so not in the mood to film, and also I don't know, this whole YouTube thing, constantly reviewing products, like it isn't where I want to go with my channel. Like, just being really upfront, I want to be able to produce content that I can look back on as fond memories, not just constantly reviews. But saying that, it's not like I don't want to do reviews. It really piques my interest whenever a brand comes out with something that I'm super interested in, or even just, you know, anything new in makeup that excites me. So I think that being said, I do have a lot of things to try, but I guess I'll try it as and when I feel like it, or even if, you know, I can compile it into one video, like just showing you how I generally apply these few different types of foundations that are new releases in the drugstore or high-end or something like that, rather than specifically focusing each video on one brand. So that being said, I'm not going to ramble anymore, but I just want you guys to know that subsequently I won't be releasing that many, you know, reviews. I will try to make content more interesting rather than just, you know, like I mentioned, specifically review focused. So yeah, ironically, after saying all that, I'm actually trying a new foundation and concealer pairing. I recently managed to bring in the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation, which a few people, or maybe one or two people, actually commented and asking me whether I was going to be trying this, and yep, they just arrived, so I am, as well as their Photo Focus concealer. I assume that's what it's called. Yeah, it's from Wet n Wild as well. It looks like this, and I heard this is a really good dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape. So yeah, that being said, I'm just gonna try these two to let you know how I think about it. Okay, so this is the condition of my skin. It's dealing with a lot of kind of leftover scars and accumulated scars from previous batches of acne. Also, yeah, I do have a lot of pigmentation on my forehead. Strangely, a lot of lumps and bumps are coming out. I think that's just due to, you know, congestion of the pores, and they're starting to build up to the surface. So as you can see, I don't have major cystic acne here, but I do have really tiny acne on my forehead, which many people do experience as well. So yeah, that's where I'm at currently. I have these two foundation shades in, one's in Nude Ivory, the other one's in Soft Beige. So I'm thinking I will mix the two, but I likely kind of match Soft Beige a little more. I'm an NC 20 to 25, generally more at 25. How the product looks like. Just the consistency of it, it's really quite moussey. So yeah, it's kind of emollient but moussey, so it's more like a creamy texture. It's not super firm, and yeah, it has a lot of form to it. It doesn't look like there's a lot of water content. So this will be something that is claiming, I suppose, to be really full coverage as well. This is how it looks with one light layer. It's not the most full coverage. I'm just going to add on coverage to areas where I need. So like I mentioned, this isn't the most hydrating of formula, so I do assume that if you have dry skin, you should definitely put a hydrating primer underneath, or at least do your moisturization. This on my skin, on my dehydrated oily skin at the moment, is looking really dry. It actually doesn't feel very comfortable on the skin. It actually looks quite aging for some reason, so that's a little worrying, but it is quite full coverage. It isn't color correcting by any means, but I think that it is looking quite nice on camera for some reason. So yeah, I think with the deflex light at the right places, so that's why it looks pretty good. I'm just gonna go over to the other side. This is how it looks like. I'll bring you in up close. So this is how it looks like. I do have like redness from my acne that is still showing, but I think everything looks pretty good. Looks really great in the viewfinder. I'm not too sure if it's translating when I export the footage, but I hope this is true enough a representation for you guys who are interested in this foundation. Okay, likewise I have the shade Light Ivory as well as Light Medium Beige. So this is looking more like, you know, a spot concealer, and this one looks like it's great for under the eye. So I'm just going to try it out. Okay, so just looking at this side where you can still see my dark circles compared to the right, this concealer is amazing. Seriously, it's super comfortable under the eye. It isn't the most hydrating as well, but it definitely has the Shape Tape kind of a consistency. But I love that this doe foot is like, you know, miniature. It isn't so huge like the Shape Tape, but this is definitely really full coverage. I love that when I spot concealed, a lot of neutralization was achieved, and also my redness around the nose was discolored, and it looks really good and cohesive. I feel like this whole look looks really nice for a formal occasion, and like I mentioned, it looks great on camera as well. So yeah, the formulation is actually a little bit, it's like the foundation. It feels like the foundation. It isn't super liquidy, it doesn't have a lot of water content, but I feel like it's just the inching towards the moussey zone where it's like really quite a firm texture, but it is really liquidy that it can blend under the eyes, and it is starting to sink into my fine lines, but the Shape Tape one does the same. And yeah, I really think that this is pretty interesting. This reminds me of the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. It doesn't remind me too much of the Urban Decay Weightless Naked Concealer. That one was a little bit more watery. This one's a little bit thicker, if that makes sense. So just comparing the imperfections that are showing through on my left side without using concealer, just the foundation, compared to this side with the concealer, I think that it looks really good. Okay, and that's how everything looks like. It's super good on camera. Seriously, I can't even say that enough times because it just feels so flawless. And actually, even though it does sit on the skin looking a little bit dry, but it doesn't look that way, in a way that it's not crackling or it's not, you know, super flaky or powdery looking. It just looks really smooth, and this is without any sort of help from a primer or anything like that. So it does prove to be something that is super flawless. And yeah, I'll pretty much just be staying home this whole day because, you know, I really have nothing to do, so I won't do an evening check-in, but do check the top layer of the description box for my thoughts of how this foundation and concealer pairing actually held up at different milestones, like the 3-hour mark, 4-hour mark and 5-hour mark. I just thought this would be a really quick snapshot video for anyone who wants to see how it applies on the skin and is really already teetering on the edge of deciding whether you want to pick it up or not. And yeah, I actually did an Insta video on all this makeup in terms of the elements on my face. The smoky eye is a Jeffree Star palette, the blush and highlighter is from Kylie Cosmetics, and the lip is just a very nice nude stick cheek kind of multi-stick, so I just blurred that in my lips. But basically, if you want to see how this makeup look came to be, I'll do an Insta video really quickly, so do follow me on my social media channels. So yeah, it's not much else to add about this topic. If you guys enjoyed this video, do give it a thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe, and yeah, I hope you guys don't mind with my really honest intro that moving forward with my channel, I will really try my best when I have the time to curate even better content for you guys, not just surrounding single product reviews. So if you guys are looking forward to that. So without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!